you dealt with some loss in your life. Your brother,
absolutely.
Your
Absolutely.
father. How did that impact you? How did that? Because you got 3 boys. You mentioned 3 boys, so I'm assuming, and pardon me if my assumptions are off, that you were close with your brother.
Absolutely.
Because there's 3 of y'all, and you say your mom
We all
working
we
a
got.
full-time job,
We all we
part-time
got.
job, and so basically, y'all raising each other.
Absolutely. You get what I'm saying?
How did the loss of your dad and your brother impact you?
Man, tremendously, but at the same time, and like I've been working on my documentary lately, really finishing it up. So I've been exploring these thoughts and doing a lot of self-reflection lately, because a lot of these, emotions and the trauma that come along with these experiences, and I didn't experience this at the height of when my father passed. It was 2-3 weeks after I dropped my debut project, Baby on Baby. You know what I'm saying? And my first day of tour, that's when I find out he passed. I fly in to lay him to rest and fly out the same night, go right back on tour. You get what I'm saying? And go on to dedicate an album that was a number one album, Kirk, dedicated to him. But I really, and this is something I didn't just notice while I self-reflecting, finishing up my documentary, but I always suppress these emotions. You get what I'm saying? I suppress these feelings and distracting myself from them, you know what I mean? And from the healing process by just putting that much more energy into my hustle. You get what I'm saying? And everything I had going on, but that's unhealthy, you know what I mean? That I end up becoming a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. You know what I mean? So you'll see a certain situation where I go from 0 to 100, that's why. Well, I'm still, you know what I mean? Would have been here about my brother or my dad, you know what I mean? Like, so it's completely unhealthy to deal with it that way, but on hindsight, I'm just not realizing that's the way I went about dealing with these things. And even furthermore, I realized I've been doing that my whole life, since a kid, you know what I mean? A 4-year-old ain't supposed to know how to suppress the way they feel in order to survive. You get what I'm saying? That ain't nothing for no kid, you know what I mean? My oldest daughter, 6, I can't imagine her suppressing the way she feel in order to, feeling like she gotta do that in order to survive. You get what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no way, but when I think about it and I think about the fact that, our circumstances, our environment, everything, ultimately, like, that became something so natural to me at such an early age and stuck with me all the way to, me being a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Grown man with kids and just now, having to get parked, you know what I'm saying? Like on top of the world in terms of, okay, where I'm at, and from where I'm at compared to where I came from, on top of the world, right? But God having to pull that chair from up under me and park my ass like, nah, hold on, bro. Deal with what you got to deal with. Heal, you get what I'm saying? And then move forward and then see how much further you can move forward once you done finally quit, you know what I mean, suppressing the way, because I'm better at it than others. You get what I'm saying? Like, I always knew how to do that. I got other family members, like my brother is an example. Like, it took him overboard, you know what I'm saying? His experiences, his trauma, what have you, it took him overboard the way he took his own life. You know what I'm saying? With me, everybody ain't good at suppressing it and got that hustle to where they hustle, keep them busy enough to stay distracted from it. Like, I really still got real deal people that I'm responsible, for taking care of them. My brother had 4 kids. Like, I'm responsible. That's a responsibility of mine. You know what I mean? But who's to say that they able to suppress? And the last thing I want them to do is grow used to suppressing these emotions, knowing the possible negative outcome to that, you know what I mean, later on in life. So, it's like I gotta be there. I can't, it's like I almost feel as if I don't got time to hang my head or what have you. Then I got this mission that I'm on. I was the #1 artist in the world, top streaming artist in the world, top streaming rap artist in the world when my brother committed suicide. You did what I'm saying? So I still got, this responsibility to continue to see this through and you know what I mean, see it through and make sure it is what it is and my people get what they supposed to get from it and we all get what we supposed to get from it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm the head. I'm the head of the family, you know what I mean? And it's almost like, it take real deal experiences and it take time to self-reflect and it take experiences like me, going through what I done went through over the past couple years career-wise in order to, hey, quit using this to run from what you got going on. I'm really running. I'm calling it suppressing it. One would call it strong, boy, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it, bro. You the strongest, boy. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I really ain't strong. That's really a weakness. I'm really running from it. You know what I mean? Strength is, and this is all stuff I just not came to realization about. Strength dealing with it head on, healing from it, and moving forward from it. That's a display of strength. You get what I'm saying? The running from it,
Overcoming
suppressing
something
it.
you didn't think you could.
You did what I'm saying? The running from it, suppressing it, you ain't really overcoming it. That's still something that's there.
You running
so
from
while
it.
I'm out here, you know what I mean? It look like, boy, he's strong, he doing this, he's still holding it down, he still provided. But boy, when them cameras go off, I'm by myself, I'm messed up out here. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got nothing to smile for when I get along by myself. And all of that, you know, I can say all of that and go back to the very beginning, like me, you know, understanding and feeling like from the jump, I was a kid feeling like my purpose was to do for others and to sacrifice for others. You know what I'm saying? That's just always been me. So I guess that's what made it feel okay. But on hindsight, it ain't. You know what I mean? It ain't.
You said your brother took his own life because you felt that he wasn't loved. He felt like he wasn't loved. Did he show any signs that something might be going on in his life that you didn't know about?
Always. Since jits, like always. You know what I mean? That's really like kind of been, and to put it into perspective, like, you know, I talk about traumatic experiences and you know, a crazy environment in terms of upbringing and all that. And none of this is to discredit the phenomenal job my superhero of a mama did. She held it down. You get what I'm saying? Did that thing by her damn self. None of this is to discredit that, but she can't save us from everything. That's something I mentioned in that verse on that Kanye song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She too busy working to protect us from all the elements. You know, it's still up to us as an individual to navigate through it as best as possible. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, like, it was always more, and the experiences that I remember as being traumatic and that I could look at on hindsight is shaping me to be the person that I am today. And this is the reason why I go about this. And okay, think about the feelings I say I gotta suppress as a 4-year-old, from the understanding of a 4-year-old. He was 9. You get what I'm saying? So what I had to suppress at 8, he was 13. And this some very real stuff I'm talking about. You know what I mean? My documentary gonna really show it all. It's gonna get a world a completely different understanding of who I am as a person and how resilient I done just been blessed enough to be. But like, you know, the experiences I had and I remember as being traumatic, he understood them from you know, a completely different perspective, a perspective that was 5 years older and more knowledgeable than what I was.
Right.
And who's to say what he was exposed to that I wasn't. You know, I'm still the baby, so a lot of time, you know, I can't be left alone with these niggas. He can.
Right.
And not only that, I'm the one out of the 3 siblings who daddy is present. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Present. You know, even if it is from a long distance, you know what I'm saying? Like, be present. I go with him for the summer. Like, I got somebody putting something on my mind. He got our drunk crackhead uncles, the ones he got to look up to. You know what I'm saying? This and that. So, you know, our uncles did robs, did do this, do that. You know what I mean?
Did you think it made him feel some type of way?
Absolutely.
That you
That's
had?
a very real thing. That's a very real thing, bro. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it get deep. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is something that's apparent in households all over the world.
Right.
You did what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's something that it should be tended to, and you know, people should pay attention to it because it's so many different factors that affect the way a person's mind develops and how they grow to love, how they grow to receive love, how they grow to identify what love is. You get what I'm saying? And what it ain't. You know, that's a very real thing that I feel like need to be tended to, and ultimately, like, that's what this documentary we're working on and ended up being shaped into. It's like a mental health awareness piece. Is something that's just so healthy. I feel like my purpose, I feel like this gonna be my greatest contribution, you know what I mean, to the world to this date. You know what I mean? Besides my beautiful kids, this gonna be, you know what I mean, my greatest contribution, you know what I mean, to the world to this date. I feel like this gonna save millions of lives, not even thousands. It's this documentary, this film is gonna save millions of lives because these is things. It's not a household in the world that this project is not gonna be able to touch on. You know what I mean?